Yes? Yes? Yes! Get in there! Take that, me from 5 minutes ago! Sending a self-deprecating tweet about how the Cleric Beast will probably kick my ass. Well, I kicked his ass, and even better, I did it on my first try. I just must be brilliant at games. Yeah, either that or I spent the preceding 5 hours power leveling by killing this guy 112 times in the back like a massive coward. Had I gone in at the level you're supposed to be, or if I hadn't studiously watched Dave fighting it, I'm pretty sure the Cleric Beast would have turned me into a puree of blood vials and fashionable leather. Which got me thinking about some of the other tricky bosses I fought, bosses that you're definitely not going to be able to take down on your first go. Let's kick things off with Phantom from Devil May Cry, the result of taking 2 of the scariest things in the world, spiders and lava, and combining them into a trash-talking difficulty spike of unrelenting sharpness. Once you learn his naughty attack pattern of hitting you, spitting at you and turning the floor into an active volcano, Phantom isn't that difficult. He just marks the first instance your combat skills are properly tested and will easily catch you off guard if you plan on just standing in front of his face and mashing the attack button. It's just one of those mistakes everyone makes the first time, isn't it? I mean, you fail, you learn, and then you move on. A wiser person. What do we have here?
I believe the medical term is no longer has a face.
Oh dear. Well, how's it happened?
Well, I imagine the cause was
Shao Kahn wins.
Coming up against Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat 9, perhaps? A boss so rage-quittingly powerful it's highly unlikely you'll beat him on your first, second, third, or even your 20th go. A boss who likes to smack you with a magic hammer, skewer you with magic javelins, and who then has the audacity to spend half the fight laughing at your clumsy attempts to nail him with any type of combo. The reason you'll definitely lose to Shao Kahn on your first go is because you'll be trying to fight well, using all the dazzling tricks you've spent the entire game trying to master, when the key to beating him is to fight cheap. Back him into a corner, spam him with repetitive ranged attacks, make the fight as ugly as Shao Kahn's big, stupid, overpowered face. There we go, lovely. Next up, we've got notorious Dark Souls duo Ornstein and Smuff. What's the problem? Well, how would you pronounce it then? Ornstein and Smoog? Well, that's almost as stupid an idea as whoever came up with you. However you choose to say it, the fight against Ornstein and Smuff-Smough-Smaug is brutally difficult even for Dark Souls. It's not the first time you'll have been double-teamed. It's not the first time you'll have fought enemies 10 times your size. But what makes this battle so teeth-grindingly difficult, especially the first time, is the fact Ornstein and Smuff-Smough-Smaug are so different from one another. Ornstein is lean and agile, whereas Smuff, Smough, is lumbering and heavy with slow attacks and a massive reach. Another mistake I suspect many of you made was to whittle down their health together. I'll kill them quickly. One after another goes your hypothetical thought process, your Dark Souls trained mind expecting some kind of dramatic switch up after the first one bites it. Well, your Dark Souls trained mind would be right, but not right enough, because whoever's left standing regains full health and becomes superpowered. Kingdom Hearts was a game tailor-made for geeking out over fan-pleasing cameos, it being a bright mashup of characters from storytelling heavyweights Disney and Square Enix. Ooh, Mickey Mouse, Cloud Strife, and then... Dave! Dave, come and see this! Dave! Oh, for crying out loud. Dave, quick, come and see this. You'll never believe in Kingdom Hearts. Come on. Look.
Yeah, you're dead.
And that's why you'll never beat Sephiroth first time. You'll be distracted, marvelling at how cool he looks in a game with graphics way better than Final Fantasy VII, and listening to the amazing remastered version of One Winged Angel. Also, he's really hard. Stand too close, get Masamooned in the face. Stand too far away, he'll do Sin's Harvest and leave you with 1 hit point. Thankfully, I've got other ways of beating Sephiroth. Our next entry isn't a boss fight per se, but I'm putting it in anyway because it meets all the criteria for this list. It's surprising and impossible, and hits you right in the hammer-ons like a marauding rogue wave of difficulty. It is, of course, Through the Fire and Flames by Dragon Force, the hardest song in all of Guitar Hero. Not even Dave, who's quite good at real-life guitar, could master the finger gymnastics necessary to get through the song on his first try. The intro is the toughest bit. It's just endless colours all over the place. I mean, my tactic was to just strum really fast and hope I'd stumble through to the easier bit later on. The easier bit, he says. Dave, it's the easy bit now. Come on, you can do it. Final Fantasy VII, a game I absolutely bled dry. Counting all my playthroughs, I must have sunk upwards of 400 hours into Square's masterpiece, and even then it took me the best part of forever to finally conquer the toughest battle in the game, Ruby Weapon. I licked my level 99 lips when I first saw him poking his little head above the sand just outside the gold saucer. I had everyone's ultimate weapon, all the final limit breaks, the Knights of the Round summon with which you can defeat Sephiroth in one go. This will be easy. It wasn't easy. Firstly, he sucks 2 random party members into the desert, so they're just gone. You can't even use Phoenix Downs on them. And then he just stands there, taking 0 damage from all your attacks and clobbering you round the face with his massive ham fists. There weren't any online guides back in the cold, dark, Wi-Fi-less days of 1997, so all I could really do was sit in my bedroom, firstly crying, and then plotting out the complex materia combinations I'd need to actually beat the bloody thing. Basically, just make really good use of Mime and the Lucky Sevens trick, and equip a dodge-friendly missile, and attack his tentacles first, and pray. And completing the list of bosses you definitely won't be killing on your first try is Atheon times Conflux. Sound a bit more dramatic, couldn't it? Can you turn the dramatic voice thing on, please? Okay. Atheon times Conflux. The final battle of Destiny's Vault of Glass raid is, again, not too difficult once all 6 of you know what you're doing at all times. But when you first go up against him, it's like trying to fight a lion in the dark with a toothbrush, while the lion teleports you to Venus. So half your party are sent to goodness knows where to do goodness knows what, while the rest of you have to do more goodness knows what while avoiding the goodness what the hell are those things. It's all quite daunting. Figuring it out with 5 shrieking mates is 3/4 of the fun though, and when I say figuring it out, I of course mean dying 8 times before one of you plucks up the courage to say, "Should we just read it on the internet?" Okay, let's just read it on the internet. So there you go, 7 bosses you're definitely not killing on your first go. If by some miracle of skill you did manage to do just that, let us know in the comments, and also let us know how you like to pronounce Ornstein and Smuff. And while you're at it, give us a like and a subscribe, because then I'm allowed to eat. Thanks.